Hi traders, quite some day, really boring Euro session, really dead Euro session, and then everything just just sparked into life once we got the US inflation figures out of the way. Basically, the figures were mixed, but enough to suggest that we may not be in for an imminent rate rise because retail sales were so low. And bad news is good news because that means so because the fear of a rate rise has been put into the back pocket or put back a couple of steps, the market's happy just to push up and regain some of its losses after the flash crash. And so first of all I'm going to speak about Euro Yen. I said if this closed above 133 today, then expect some movement to the upside as we head to options expiry on Friday. So I was interested in this bar here, this buy signal here last Friday, a few hours into the close, because then we dipped underneath it, immediately opened and closed above it, so very bullish signal, pulled back, and then off we went. This is the Friday close up here at 1333. So I'd be looking to buy pullbacks in this tomorrow because I like the daily a lot. Yeah, I think if you look at the MACD on this, it's very low. We've had much bigger moves on very shallower pullbacks up till now, so this is a decent pullback, and I think this is getting ready to go. The other option was to trade it down here at 130, 130.80. Well, I think we've rejected the lows. The lows have got bought, and I think there is potential for some upside, at least into 135 before we start meeting that knot of moving averages. So I would look for something like 250, 230, 250 tomorrow, and then see if that can take us to better things. DAX, I have to admit, I was trying to line this one up today and struggled until after the drop, and I saw that this had created a three-wave reversal. The only way you could take part in this is to literally buy it straight after, 5 minutes after the data was out. Otherwise, very, very shallow pullbacks after that. So no need to worry. I still think we could even see, here we're at 412. We've got support there at 340. I think we could see 340 tomorrow. In fact, I'll drop that line down to 340 to remind me. So if we see 340 tomorrow, I think that now we've broken that resistance, I think that will be support, and then we could go and see potentially in the back end of the week options expiry. I'd expect at least 12.5. So let's see if we can get that. So again, we'll concentrate on the DAX in the morning. Let's hope we have a lot better success than this morning. And Dow, obviously this is pulling back some now. In fact, having quite a decent pullback at the moment. That's just pulled back nearly 100 pips. Yeah, you can see we're just coming to this daily resistance up here. We'll get close to this daily resistance, and so I think we could still see some potentially more downside. Let's see how we close. We've got 90 minutes until this one closes. So this pullback could get bought, and then we could end up with a nice close. All right, the dollar is incredibly weak. Let's look at the euro. Euro's had a fantastic day. If you look at this 60-minute chart, I think to pick these levels, you've really got to have one instrument and really sort of master it. Otherwise, if you're looking at too much, then you'll miss these pullbacks, because that came right into the fib zone and just turn around and ground its way to the upside later in the day. All right, so more on this tomorrow. Let's have a quick look at gold. Gold had a huge thrash to the upside. Let's look at silver then. Silver's beaten up nicely as well, and oil. Oil, I think is definitely back in play. That's a daily buy signal. That gets an arrow. New low, close above next day. That definitely gets an arrow. So we've got invents out of the way. If that's the result, then I want to buy a pullback, and so I would suggest 59.50 if we see it for the pullback area, to then come and tackle 62. Okay, so looking for pullbacks in the DAX, looking for pullbacks in the Euro Yen and oil. Alright, bye for now, see you tomorrow.